Today, I'm going to show you how to make smoked salmon at home. Nothing to it. Okay, I am going to show you how to smoke fish. So first of all, I'm going to take a handful of salt and a handful of sugar. Okay, and then you want to put in probably a teaspoon of garlic powder and probably a teaspoon of paprika. And then I'm going to put in just about a half a teaspoon of red pepper seeds. And then, believe it or not, we learned from a fish market up here in northern Michigan, you add a little bit of cinnamon. A little bit of cinnamon makes it, it takes the fishy taste out. And now I got these beautiful, okay, gotta do this first. I'm gonna add some water, probably a quart of water. Let me grab a spoon. Mix that all up. You can add more water too if you want, but I want to try to get all this fish in here. I got these salmon fillets on a clearance at Meijer's. I wanted to get a whole salmon from the Betsy River, but didn't work out. Because sometimes these guys do catch and release, and they don't want them anyway, you know? So I'm going to get this put away so I don't get fish stuff in it. Okay. So now I've got these beautiful fillets I got on a clearance at Meijer. And I'm going to cut them up. I like to do it, I actually like to do steaks instead of fillets, you know, where you have the bone in the middle, but that's okay. I got this at such a good price that I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to do these a little bigger than I normally would because they shrink. And I'm going to give these away as gifts. So had a lot of people up here have been so sweet to me. And I am going to rinse it off a little bit and put it right in the brine. And when I get these cut up, I'll get back to you. Show you too, whenever you do salmon, you really don't want this stomach part. That's where they say all the toxins are. So I'm just going to cut that right off. Maybe throw it in the woods for the animals. I don't know. I might not do that. I don't want to attract bears. And that stomach part, you just don't want. They had that tucked under, so that's okay. I'm going to cut this in half too. I need to be a little more delicate with this so I don't put my hands through it. But, okay. And I will get back to you. So I got all of this to fit. So what you want to do is you want to try to make it all emerged into the brine. So what I'm going to do is I am going to put, where's my paper towel? I am going to put a little bit more water in it. Hang on. And add just a little bit more of my water so that it's all covered. And then what you want to do, trying to be gentle with this, I've kind of stuck my finger in some of them, and I don't want to do that. I want it to be pretty after it's smoked. So it's all pretty much emerged, and then what you want to do is put a plate on it so that it all stays under the water. And I'm going to when you're camping, you look a little rough. So I'm going to put saran wrap over this, and I'm going to let this refrigerate for 1 to 2 days. You want to at least let it soak for, I'll fight with that later. You want to let it soak for at least 24 hours. And we've been having some rainy weather, and so I won't be able to have my smoker out there with the rainy weather. So this might be in this brine for 2 days, but I'll get back to you. Okay, so it's been 24 hours since I put my fish in the brine. And I'm going to take this out. And what you always want to do is you want to take your fish out and blot it off. So I'm going to put some multiple layers of paper towel here. And I was going to try to, I was going to leave it in for 2 days, but I was just afraid that it was going to get too salty. So I decided to take it out, and we have a rainy day here in northern Michigan. So I'm just going to take this out gently because I don't want to break up my fillets. And I don't really like to rinse it because I want all those yummies on it. So I'm going to take this all out gently. And you'll see how some of them are thinner and some of them are thicker. And tomorrow, when I put these in the smoker, you always want to put the thicker ones on the bottom of the smoker and the thinner ones on the top, so that the thicker ones can get the. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just refrigerate these tonight, and it's supposed to only be a 20% chance of rain tomorrow. So I'm going to I am going to, excuse me, I'm going to, you really want to dry these off. And tomorrow when I load the smoker, you'll see what I'm talking about. So I'm just going to get these all out of the brine. See that beautiful skin on there? These were Atlantic salmon. And I will be smoking these in the morning. So make sure I got it all. Yep. And I'm going to put these, after I let these dry a little bit, I'm going to put them on this platter here. and leave them overnight in the fridge, and I will see you in the morning. Okay, see, I've got them all plated, and normally what you would do is you'd put them right in the smoker after they dried. I didn't dry them totally because I want to be able to get them apart, but I'm going to wrap them up with plastic wrap, and I will see you in the morning. Okay, it's early in the morning here. It's still dark out, but I want to get this all prepped. What I'm going to do is I'm going to rub all my racks with some oil. I don't know if that's helping or making it worse. Yeah, I'll leave that one. So I'm going to wipe them all down with oil. I haven't used this in a while. So set up all my racks. This is a Little Chef electric smoker. And you want to put the racks with over the little whatsies. Anyway, so I'm going to have my bottom rack. Like I said, I marinated these for 24 hours because I didn't want them to get too salty. I had heard that you can do it longer, but I mean, you can marinate them longer, but I chose not to. And I haven't smoked anything in quite a while, so all right. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start setting up my fish. Got it all wrapped here. I'm going to wipe my hands off real quick. Okay. And I did dry this yesterday. You guys saw me. So what I'm going to start out doing is I'm going to start with my little thin pieces on the top. And I'm putting it skin side down. And these thicker pieces I'm going to be putting on the bottom. Just kind of make sure there's a little bit of a separation so the smoke can get through. This one's kind of medium, so I'll put him here. Whoop, maybe not. Okay. This one's super thick again. This one's thinner. The tail pieces are always a little bit thinner, so you can kind of align them, the skinny parts, like that. You don't want to overlap them. Okay, this is more of a medium. I got another thick one here. And this fish will shrink up, for sure, for sure. Yeah, I guess that one's all right there. I don't think I should have stacked them on top of each other because I'm getting a little bit of scales on some of them. So I'm going to wipe them all off before I start my smoker. You know what? I'm going to put this one up here too. get it all fit in here. I'm not going to put any other seasoning on this because I had them all soaking in all that yummy stuff. So, okay. Put that one there and that one there. So I guess really this shows that 3 big slabs of salmon is really the way to go. And I am gonna make sure I don't have any paper towel or any. I didn't leave them on the paper towel because paper towel will melt. You do not want paper towel on your fish. I just want to make sure none of the scales from the other fish laying on top of the fish. I should have probably put it on a tray, but I am in a camper, so I'm just getting this all set up for you guys because it's dark out and you won't really be able to see what I'm doing anyway. So I just want to show you how you load it. Get my hand off again. Okay, this is what you do. You take your smoker. It's got a, I don't know if you can see in there, it's got a little coil that heats up. And you take your pan that sits on the coil, and I've got this Hickory smoking barbecue. It's little fine stuff. And you know, I wanted to tell you too, if you don't have a little smoker, you can, you don't have a little smoker, you can put liquid smoke in your, you put liquid smoke in your, brine. I'm not sure, you'd have to Google it. And then, put liquid smoke in your brine, and then you can cook it on low in your oven for probably like to 250. And then I've got these little discs that my friend John cut me of hickory. I'm going to see if I can get those to fit in there too. I am only going to be doing like 3 pans of smoke, because if you get too much smoke in it, it can get kind of rancid. So I'm going to get my thing back up here. And I'm going to put it on the little coil, like so. And then you put your fish in, like so. Carefully. What's going on, Seal? I think I got my one rack slid over too far. Doesn't want to go down. There we go. Okay, try that again. Just like that. And then you put your lid on it, like so. And I am actually going to wrap this up with my it's colder out here, so I'm going to wrap it up with this. You know what? I'm going to do it the other way so that I can get to the vent easier. Like that. And I'm going to tape that on. And if it starts to rain, I am going to, let me get my tape. If it starts to rain, I'm going to put a plastic bag over the whole thing. But I thought that was kind of a good idea to keep the heat in. And I can still get my pan out. So that's good. Okay. Put some tape on that. And I will meet you outside in a couple hours. And I'm going to add, I wanted to add a little cherry to it too, a little bit of cherry wood. So I'll meet you outside in a few hours. So it's been about an hour and a half. So I'm going to check my pan here. Oh, it's still got a long ways to go. So I am not going to refill it, needless to say. Okay. I'm going to check the pan, see what we got going here. Oh, it's going good. I think I'm going to add a little bit more. I'm just going to do 2 pans. I don't know if you guys can see what I'm doing, but I think 2 pans of smoke will be just about enough. Okay. So I am going to start preparing my glaze for my salmon. I'm going to do half honey and half butter. And I'm going to melt that together. And I am going to put a honey and butter glaze on my salmon when it gets done. I'm going to use about a half a stick. So I'm going to heat that up and I'll show you what we're going to do. Okay. See if you're going there. Okay. I am going to see how my fish is doing. Still smoking pretty good. Ooh. Ooh. Look at this beautiful. Oh, I gotta get a. Oh my gosh. Look at this beautiful, beautiful fish. It looks like it's done. So I am going to bring it in and I'll show you what we're going to do. Okay, I got my fish out of the smoker. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring a couple pieces of it over to my neighbor. He's allergic to honey. So I'm going to bring him. I don't know if you can see me doing this. I'm going to bring him 2 nice pieces. Try not to break it. You kind of want to get this off the rack while it's warm, so that it doesn't. But you can see this beautiful fish, how it's just cracking apart. It's beautifully done. I started this about, don't I look great? It's Michigan. I started this about 9 o'clock and it's almost 5. So they say 8 to 12 hours, but I did put that wrap around it and the bag. And even though it was like 45 degrees today, it helped hold the heat. So I'm very excited about this. And I'm going to put this honey and butter glaze on it that I showed you that I am melting in the pan here. And I will show it to you when it's all done. Okay, I've got my honey and my butter. And I've got all my fish. Look at this beautiful, beautiful fish. I don't have my brush with me, so I'm just going to have to kind of just pour it on. But this is the final hot ticket to salmon. I'm not even kidding. The honey and butter glaze. And the way you know it's done is you can see all that little white stuff coming out of it. That's the blood, I guess. But, oh my gosh, you guys. Yeah, I gave a couple pieces to my neighbor. He's allergic to honey, but he's been so sweet to me. And, oh my gosh, you guys. Yeah, I'm going to be giving a lot of this away and enjoying a lot of it. Oh my gosh. Okay. I hope you enjoyed my smoked salmon. This was one of the things I really, really wanted to do before I left Michigan. I'm heading back on the 1st to Florida. I didn't sell my house, so anyway, I will be selling it and I will be back. But this was one of the goals I really wanted to do before I left Michigan, is to show you how to smoke fish. It's so easy. I hope you enjoyed my video. Remember, there's nothing you can't do if you put your mind to it, and love the Lord with all your heart. Bye now.